it's time to create the component for icons. Let's start with extracting markup for the icon component from the social.blade.php. In here we can take this first social icon and use icon component. Let's create new file for this component and paste in here markup for the icon. And after doing this, we're not gonna see any changes in the browser, but the first icon is now rendered by using our new component. And now we're gonna do the same for the rest of social icons. Let's take the markup of the second icon, which is Telegram, and paste inside icon component. And when we have to render a particular icon, we have to decide which one to render. So we're going to use conditions in here and prop name that we are going to use to specify which icon to render. So in the first case, the icon is called YouTube, and the second icon is called Telegram. Now let's get back to social component and specify proper values for props name. Here we are passing YouTube icon name, and in here, Telegram icon name. After doing this, we're still not going to notice any difference in the browser. And now please note that there are a couple of attributes on the SVG tag that are the same for all icons. So later on we're going to extract these repeated attributes in a separate place so we can reuse them. But for now I'm just going to go through all these icons and extract their markups into icon component. The third icon is GitHub icon. And the last one is the icon of X social network. Of course, inside the icon component we have to use proper conditions with icon names. And once we are done, we will extract repeated attributes that are the same for all icons, and those are XML, NS, and class attributes. So right here inside PHP block, let's assign default values for those attributes by using merge method, like we were doing before. And then I'm gonna go through all these icons once again, just to remove repeated attributes and use attributes object instead. This way we will assign the same attributes as before, but now those attributes are contained within attributes object with default values. And at the same time, we are drastically reducing code duplication. Let's make sure that these icons are still shown properly in the footer. So let's move on. What we're gonna do next is we're going to create an array that is going to store all icon names with their addresses. So in here, let's declare another PHP block where we will define links array, which is going to have keys that correspond to social network name. And as well as this array is going to have addresses of social networks. So let's just quickly fill in this array with proper addresses. I'm going to extract these addresses from href attributes of these links. Now that we have this array that contains all necessary data to render social links, I'm going to wrap a element within the for each and iterate over array of links. So in here we're going to assign name of the social network to name variable and address of the network to href variable. And later on let's just pass the address into href attribute by using interpolation. And then we'll pass the icon name into icon component as a name prop. And just because prop name as well as variable name are the same, let's use shorthand notation in here. And finally, in order for those links to open up in a separate tab, let's assign attribute target with value _blank. And this way all social icons are now rendered based on the data from the array. So we can manipulate this array by adding or removing elements, and based on those modifications, we can easily hide or show particular icons. Link to the source code of this project will be in the video description.